Good morning, Chardon High School parents, students, families. This is the second day of a cold day, and for the last 2 days, today in which I'm actually recording this is actually Thursday. I chose to do a video week in reflection for many reasons. There's a lot of information I've been sending the last several weeks that's very important just to see again, but mostly just to hear a few words as we transition into Friday. Tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this, Friday is going to be a white day schedule. So this week we would have had 3 consecutive white days, and next week we'll go back to our regular schedule. I love DrHanlon's challenge. You see these superintendents out there that are, having these phenomenal songs about cold days, whether they're doing it to Backstreet Boys or, even, the great Hallelujah. It's hilarious. I know DrHanlon can sing, so I do put that challenge out there. So can Dr. Klein. So I put a challenge out to them. But I did like the challenge of the reading. Literacy is important, and especially, when you practice things, some of you obviously are in basketball, and you're in swimming, and gymnastics, baseball, softball. When you practice something, you get better at something. So as we prepare for transitioning deeper into this third quarter, practicing up on those skills, whether you were working on schoolwork yesterday or you were just finally being able to read something you wanted to. That is awesome to have that challenge set forth. I was reading a book called Peak that DrHanlon gave me. It's an excellent book on leadership in times of change in our world. 8th graders, a couple things. Tomorrow, Friday, during your circuit, you are going to be called down to the gym. During that time, the administration and guidance are going to talk to you a little bit of our PBIS that we've been working on for the last several years at the high school. But you, although being acclimated to our core values, you haven't really heard about positive behavioral supports interventions that we do. We put out a survey for our staff and our students to recognize students, and we'll do this each month, for the great things they do that really emulate our values. I know not Dr. Hanlon, but Mr. Bandera and Mrs. Blackburn have a few things up their sleeves to help support this great thing that we're working on each day. A couple things that you'll see in the week in reflection is curriculum night, and also you will see parent-teacher conferences. The curriculum night being February 5th. The reason and the purpose of this is we are mandated by, all schools are, for the state of Ohio to have a CCP Night. And in that CCP Night, we all take the time to focus on who we are best. And our teachers have been working really hard to update curriculum and course offerings. So part of the evening, Mrs. Hedrick, myself, and guidance and admin will talk about our school, CCP, and then our teachers will talk about what we do best in our curriculum. This is open to grades, students coming into 8th through 12. We will have a separate evening for 8th graders, so it's a little bit more intimate to our schedule and expectations and course offerings. But it is an open evening for all. We didn't want to close out for anyone. Mark a calendar for February 7th. We have the opportunity to talk a little bit about the epidemic going nationwide about teen vaping and what it really means. We have several people that are going to be here that evening. Dr. Ellen Rome, Director of Adolescent Health at the Cleveland Clinic, will be there along with many others. It's free to the public. We really want to take this evening to talk about this that we all have dealt with, not only in our homes, but also in all of our schools. A couple other things coming up next week. Mr. Heim and I will be out 3 days. I know it's crazy. We are going into the next level of lean training. What that is a couple months ago, the adults in our district received the basics of lean training, and then I would say about 6 to 8 weeks ago, our students were trained in the basics of lean, and from there, they've helped us implement our Checkmate Plus system and our Hall Pass system. That has been what the students have worked on. But as adults, there's things that we need to continue to work on, and becoming yellow belt trained gives many of us in our building, Mr. Hyam, myself, and Mr. Herner, directly in Chardon High School, the opportunity to teach the basics of lean to our students, which will be something extraordinary moving forward. Really excited to talk to you. As you saw again, several adults, including myself, are going to San Diego to present our Circuit of Success. And our Circuit of Success has been phenomenal with developing soft skills and building up student efficacy to who they are, what it means to be a leader, how to communicate, how to be a young entrepreneur, and ultimately through problem solving, innovation, and culturally aware of others. It's really establishing the core of who we are and what we expect from our students as they move on not only to higher classes, but ultimately as they move into adulthood, they will have these skills. There's so many great things going on. I wanted to just give you a brief message. I know you're probably not going to see this immediately, but I'm going to post the Weekend Reflection today because there's so much in it that I want you to be able to take into your weekend. Stay warm and go Toppers.